All right. So tonight's unforgettable memory. I wasn't sure which way I was gonna go with tonight. There's a loose plan, but I really wasn't sure. I was hemming and hawing, and then a different idea came about as I was taking my bath tonight, which is that when I was a kid, there was a thing of bath time, and I had the toys and I had all those things, and that is an unforgettable memory. I mean, that is in there, and the sadder part for me is I actually remember when I rebelled against the bath because of wanting maturity or whatever it was, only to need to return to it decades later due to like a finally humbling myself to an appreciation of it. I don't know why some associations just kind of debilitate a person from actually doing the very things that they enjoy. Uh, you know, and one of the most unforgettable things, my grandmother was rather an amazing person. She used to take the towel and put it, like heat it up by the kind of floor heater, portable floor heater, and then when you get out of the tub, you get wrapped around in that like crisp warm towel. Um, and if you're asking like, well, why didn't you stick it in the dryer? Well, we didn't have a fucking dryer, so there's the answer to that one. You hung it out to dry and you know, air dry, right? But you did have a heater for the winter, and that would be the coziest thing ever. And in addition to that, there would be this amazing, I mean, she was classic, warm water bottle in the sheets. The whole bed is just the whole just experience is just cozy. I can't, when people say something's cozy, they're looking at a visual. Cozy is a sensation. Cozy is once you are wrapped up into something, it is cozy. Like if a home is cozy, people always look around. Oh, it's so cozy. You're feeling the sensation from looking around, from an aesthetic. Cozy to me was always the sensation of it of the warmth. So the tub, the whole experience of it's just me playing with it. There's the toys in there, whatever, the little stupid things that you wind up and go to, like one of those like little scuba guys, this and that, and my grandmother would, you got to recycle the bath water. So that's, you kind of washing clothes in that with the soap. So you get a detergent in there after I'm done because you're not going to waste water. But that whole experience, that whole ritualization was fairly steady for me. And it's unfortunate that, it's like I talked myself out of it with no real explanation. I'm sure there is. I mean, if I was to dig deep or, I don't know, sit in some kind of, therapy couch. But for the most part, it wasn't until I think my late 20s, late 20s, yeah, that I kind of just said, you know what, I'm going to take a bath. And it was because I started thinking that way when I was starting to get healthy, and but I was not living in a place that actually had a bath. And then when I started taking baths again, it's just you set it up. I'm not saying there's any toys anymore, but you got your own things. You got your candles, you got or incense, or you got your people use those fragrances things anymore. You make it your own. You put on, I don't know, Dark Side of the Moon, you let it go, or whatever, or nature sounds, or just even silence, and just you're in there submerged. Almost like a sensory deprivation floating tank if you put enough Epsom salt in there. But that is an unforgettable memory from childhood, and glad I'm doing it. I try to take baths at least once a week if I can. It's just something, if it's possible to do it, do it. Just, I mean, maybe recycle the water or whatever, however you want to do it. I'm not here to make that kind of a statement, but, just kind of lay in there and just chill. Don't forget to drink a lot of water afterwards too, because you get dehydrated, especially a hot bath. Put in some Epsom salt. Make the whole environment nice. Sleep really good. Why stop that? Why stop that which feels good like that? And I don't want to get into a moral ethical, because I'm not talking about across the board. I mean, of course, there's different nuanced policy positions, but bath time. What's wrong with that? Thank you for listening.